My new special, Lucky, is streaming right now on Netflix. Check it out. Can you imagine what kind of animal you have to be on a first date and go, you can blow load inside me? And be like, I just met you. How dare you? You can smoke if you want to. Is that what you're going to ask?
Yeah.
Yeah, you can do whatever you want in here. I don't give a shit. Smoke cigarettes? I can't. I don't smoke cigarettes, but I smoke weed. No, I have weed, but I can't. I have a chest infection, so I can't smoke weed. But I would. I just was talking to my buddy on the phone. I'm very binary. So like when it's whether it's diet or drugs or alcohol, I'm either all in or I'm not doing anything.
Yeah.
So like we were talking about diet. He's carnivore. He was like, what diet are you going on? I was like, I think I want to go keto. He goes, I can't fuck with keto. I was like, I can't either. Because any of the cheats on keto I can't do. I can just eat ribeyes. Oh, yeah. Thank you. I can eat ribeyes, and then that's the rule, or nothing. And it's the same with weed. I either smoke weed every single day, or I don't smoke it at all.
Yeah. Well, we smoke every day.
Do you?
Yeah.
Can I ask you a question that everyone asks me, and I want to hear how you answer it, because I never know how to answer it. Okay. Do you feel caged in by this party lifestyle?
There's definitely nights on the road where I'm like, okay, I got to be stage Gavin Adcock tonight and fucking do the deal, you know? And I mean, do you feel the same way? Do you?
Your shows are much more fun than my shows.
Well, I mean, it depends on who's asking, I guess.
Trust me. I saw you bring out like fucking 9, like a little league baseball team full of boys shirtless, fucking waving shirts around. And I was like, dude, that energy is, I'm all about that shit.
Oh, yes. And we were playing at arena, and I might have been Atlanta. And I looked up. Cheers.
Cheers, brother. Thanks for coming over.
Hell yeah.
It's funny. Go ahead, finish your statement.
I just saw these little kids shirtless waving their shirts on the side. And I was like, oh, they're coming up here. No doubt.
Yeah.
And I brought them up during the first song I ever let out. It was Ain't No Cure. And it's just like, it's a wholesome love song. They went up there and just loved it, ate it up.
Do you know my first question is, why does everyone hate Kyle Busch? That's my first question.
You Kyle Busch guy?
I like that he wins.
I like Kyle Busch.
Kyle Busch.
I always get a shitty response to saying I like Kyle Busch. People are like, oh, I like so-and-so, I like so-and-so. I'm like, you're not going to like this, but I'm a Kyle Busch fan. He's just a son of a bitch, and he wins, you know? Yeah. And I love that. He doesn't give a shit. We're
doing some stuff with NASCAR. NASCAR was a thing that I didn't understand. And then my buddy Elliot explained it to me. And he was like, just watch the last 5 minutes of every race. And I was like, great. So I did. And he goes, and I was like, dude, the last 5 minutes, last 10 minutes is pretty awesome. He goes, now watch the whole race knowing that your commitment to that whole race is going to really pay off in the last 10 minutes. I went, and then I got NASCAR. I was like, fuck yeah.
Yeah, it's funny that I love Kyle Busch, and I always have. I think he's the most polarizing driver since Earnhardt.
Oh, yeah.
And I was watching with my grandma, and she was like, all right, you got to stop cheering for a different person every race. Cheer for somebody that you like and pick them. Because she was a Junior fan, and my grandpa loved Tony Stewart, and I just loved the Kellogg's car, number 5. That's what Kyle Busch drove. So I was like, I like that guy.
Yeah.
And then it's funny because his attitude and like polarizing-ness is kind of like how I kind of carry myself sometimes.
Oh, you're not. I find you to be fun. I was following you online on Instagram. It was first thing I saw was you shirtless. I was like, that's my guy. And then I ran into your manager. Did anyone know who I ran into?
Justin Luffman.
I ran into Justin at the CBS thing. Mm-hmm. He's like, hey, I represent Gavin Adcock. I want him on my podcast. He goes, done. And I was like, fuck yeah. Oh, yeah. But your energy is my energy. My energy is John Daly's energy. John Daly's energy is your energy. We respect the dudes that go hard and have fun and make life a fucking treat. And when people say to us, So when are you going to like get serious? I go, hold on. My stand-up speaks for itself. I'm a fantastic storyteller. No one's going to say otherwise. I take my shirt off. I don't give a fuck. I drink beers. I don't give a fuck. And I listen to your music, and I'm going to tell you right now, you may not get this this analogy, but who was the singer-songwriter Tori back in the day? Tori Amos. You write Tori Amos songs. You don't know who that is, and you don't understand that compliment.
No.
You write love songs for brokenhearted women and brokenhearted men. Tori Amos did the same fucking thing. And listen, man, it wasn't popular to be a Tori Amos fan when I was a fucking Tori Amos, fucking cornflake girl. Dude, I'm listening to your music and I'm like, dude, he's writing fucking bangers that could be played at a coffee shop by a lesbian chick and go off just as well. You're writing beautiful fucking songs. A cigarette is like a gorgeous goddamn song. That song is beautiful, and it comes out of you, and that's the juxtaposition of art. Is like I got you with a fucking case of Miller Lite on your head, singing bangers, and your hard songs go hard as fuck. They're totally different, but goddamn it, man, your fucking soft songs are like fucking beautiful.
Thank you. I actually wrote "Cigarette" on an airplane at 5 o'clock in the morning. Started dating Haley over there, and we were laid up in bed, and I had to go play a show. I got offered to open up for Parker McCullum on 2 arena dates, first of 3, in an elevator in Nashville. And they were like, "What are you doing this weekend?" I was like, "Nothing." He's like, $3,000, 2 shows, take it or leave it. And I was like, "All right, we'll be there." So got a couple flights and got on the plane that morning, and I actually the plane was taking off, and I had a recording on my phone and spit out the first handful of lines and then wrote the rest when I got there.
It is a fucking great song. I'd rather be in a queen size bed with you, but for now, this cigarette will do. Oh, bro. Yeah. Tori Amos writes that shit. No one knows what a compliment that is. It's a backhanded compliment because I think she was a lesbian, but it's fucking, she wrote great songs.
I mean, if I was a woman, I'd be a lesbian too.
Me too.
I love women.
Yeah. Why would I would never let someone come inside me.
Absolutely not.
Never. Can you imagine what kind of animal you have to be on a first date and go, "You can blow load inside me," and be like, "I just met you. How dare you?"
Oh, dear Lord. Cheers.
To not getting cummed in. So how long have you guys been dating? 2 years?
A couple years now, coming up in April.
So take everyone through your somewhat meteoric rise from the Barstool post to writing and to, I mean, I kind of know it all, but I'd like you to tell it because I feel like you got a little bit of Hawk Tua girl in you, but with talent. And by the way, I do too. Yeah. I got discovered by Rolling Stone magazine, and then I was like, cool, I'm getting into comedy. But tell everyone how your rise to fame started.
Well, I started writing some songs in high school. Like, I wrote like 2 songs. Got away from it. Got to go walk on at Georgia Southern. 4 years in.
Georgia Southern, is that D1?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, moved up D1 in like 14 or something. And I got there in 17.
What was it like walking on an organization like that? Like, do you feel like an outsider?
Well, I definitely did. I was just an undersized white guy that had a lot to prove. I felt like I had a lot more fight than the people that had a lot more size on me.
Yeah.
So I just had to give them hell for a couple years, and then got on scholarship.
How long before you got on scholarship?
2 years and some change.
Okay, so your first year, redshirted, practice squad, like how does it work?
I got redshirted my first year and didn't travel to any games. We were pretty awful. We went 2-10. So I was like, I hope they don't put me in because I don't want to burn my red shirt going in on a season we're going 2-10.
What's it like being on a team that's 2-10? Are practices fun?
No. It is everybody everybody's on the hot seat. Everybody's pointing the finger, and it's the most toxic environment that I've ever been in my whole life.
For real.
I mean, it's just like, and it's basically any business that is failing. I mean, everybody's knowing that they're probably going to be out the door. Now, if you only win two games and you're on like season 3 or 4 of coaching, everybody's getting canned.
Do you have one guy on the team though that's really fucking good? And he's like, you have one running back that's just doing good, but he's like, God damn it, you guys suck.
Yeah, there's a lot of egos in that locker room. I blame our unsuccess on the triple option. It was like Georgia Tech and Paul Johnson. Paul Johnson started at Georgia Southern, and Irk Russell come from UGA, and he run the triple option, and they won a couple natties in FCS. And then Paul Johnson won a couple natties in FCS. So all the donors, when football was getting modern, everybody was slinging the ball, they were like, we got to run the triple option. So they were running the program into the ground. Like, they would hire a coach and make it in their contract that they have to run the triple option. And
what's the triple option for everyone listening that doesn't know it as well as me and you?
Well, the original triple option, the quarterback's under center. There's a fullback right behind him, and there's a wing over here that they audible over. And he comes around the back of the fullback, and the quarterback snaps it, either hands it to, you have the option to hand it to the fullback, you have the option to keep it yourself, and then when the running or the wing back goes around the outside, you have the option to pitch it to him.
That's the triple option?
Yes.
Oh, fuck that.
And you throw the ball maybe 6 times a game.
Oh, okay. Okay, that's a team I don't want to watch.
Yeah, no doubt. And we started getting away from that towards the end of my career, but first head coach got fired, new coach got brought in. We went 2-10 to 10-3. I played that second season as a redshirt freshman, still not on scholarship.
What position?
Nose guard.
Really?
Yeah.
Jesus.
I love defense.
How heavy were you?
My heaviest in college was about 295.
Huh.
I weigh about 240.
I got up to that weight and stand up.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Is that you?
Yeah, man.
Shut the fuck up.
Hell yeah.
Look at your neck.
Yeah, dude.
God, look how fucking big you look.
I was squatting like 6'10".
You were squatting 6'10"?
Yeah.
Today I squatted 250 6 times, and I was like, no, box squats.
Yeah.
So I wasn't going, I like box squats.
Yeah, I don't blame you.
I just benched 325 the other day.
That's solid.
You saw it?
No, I said that's solid.
Yeah,
I need to see it,
fucking
though.
light work, whatever.
I mean, yeah, hell yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
I'll only be talking. I had a dream last night that someone asked me how much I benched, and I was like, 325. I had a dream that someone asked me what I benched. What zone of meathead do you have to be in where you're dreaming about someone coming up to you going, what's your bench? Do you realize how deep-seated in my ego that has to be? That my subconscious created a character so that I could brag in a dream.
hell yeah. I just dream about being naked right before stage time, and I can't find my clothes.
All the time.
All the time, dude. I can't get away from it.
I'm naked. Oh, this is me benching 320.
Oh, yeah, let's see.
Yeah, this is, I mean, we could watch it. I don't want to take time out of the podcast.
No, let's see it.
So there's Taylor
Boy.
Wan, Will Compton, and Jason Kelsey. 75 looks light. I mean, it looks light.
Me and you you could be my dad. We got considerable, like,
We got similar frames.
Yeah.
I think it would be hard to tell if we put our wife and our girlfriend in a room and they had to pick, and we turn the lights out and they had to pick which one's which. They'd be like, "Oh fuck, I can't tell."
I know. I put my hair up a little bit.
Oh yeah, that's what Liam would reach the back. I got this is Bert. Sir, this is Bert. Here we go. 320. This is 320. That was the bet. That's my wife.
She's worried.
Look at 320. Look at how clean this is.
Dude, that's great. I mean, the most I ever got up to in college was like 385 bench.
That's fucking. Do you know how many people in the world can bench 385? Like 90. That's not right.
No, it might be like 0.5% of the world. Maybe I don't know.
No. I did the math. It was like 50,000 people can bench 315, and then it cuts drastically to like the people that can bench 400 pounds is like 4,000 out of 2 billion. And then the people that can bench more than that, it was like a crazy stat. But so keep going. So you looked fucking jacked in college.
Yeah, so I played each year I started playing more, going to that, we had COVID when I played too. So I played during COVID, and that was really weird, but it was a blessing for me because I couldn't pass accounting. I took accounting twice.
Yeah.
And dropped it. You don't want me doing your taxes. I got like a 37 on the first test in my accounting, dropped it the next day, got like a 40-something on the first test next time. COVID hit. We got to go home, take it online. I got an A. Cheated the shit out of it. I won't be doing any taxes.
Oh,
but
I couldn't. I don't even know what accounting is really. Is that like managing a checkbook?
It's bullshit.
Yeah, I don't know. I got someone that does that.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah. My dad told me, he goes, buddy, you're only good at one thing, kind of. So just stick with that one thing. He's like, don't start doing other things, thinking you're going to figure it out because you got successful at one thing. He goes, you got lucky as fuck. Stick with that thing. So by your senior year, it's COVID, you're playing.
My senior year was 2021. We got through COVID, and we went 2-10, 10-3, 8-5, 7-6, and then my 2021 Sunday before the spring game. So the next Saturday we're having the spring game. I hit up a dude I played a little guitar with in high school. Said, "Hey, dude, you want to come down to Georgia Southern this week and play some guitar?" He was like, "Yeah." Tuesday, tear my knee up, total reconstruction surgery. He still comes down. We play a little bit. And that I make an Instagram like that Tuesday after I tore my knee up. Like I'm laid up, ice all on my knee. Knew it was, I heard it pop. It went pop, pop, pop. And I sat on the field and I was like, it's fucked up.
Yeah.
But so I started writing songs after the reconstruction surgery, and I wrote like 8 songs in the first 6 weeks. And the first song I ever let out, I started writing in 2018. I wrote the first verse and chorus. And then I wrote the rest of it in 20 minutes the day after my reconstruction surgery.
Really?
And I was like, this is a pretty good song. So I showed my family and my friends, and my guitarist, he's at the venue now up the street. And he started laying the guitar on it, and I was like, this is pretty good. So I just got into it. Fast forward to the season. I've been doing rehab on my knee and physical therapy and stuff, and we're 1-3. We're back where I started.
God.
And
that 2-10 that 10-2 must have been a good fun season.
No, yeah. It was like second biggest turnaround in college football history, I'm pretty sure. From worst team to one of the best records. It was great. We had a damn good time. So I'm not really healthy, but I want to play. I got one song out. It's doing pretty good for what I know is good. I have no idea. I'm just letting it out. Screw it.
Yeah.
4th game of the season comes around. I'm coming back. I'm not really healthy, but I'm going to play. We take these school buses around the campus, around the bars. Everybody's tailgating, having a good time. We go
before the game?
Yeah. We go past the fraternities and sororities. And I climb out the escape door of the bus, and I'm surfing the hell out of it driving down the road.
This was 2 years ago?
No, this is 3 years ago this fall. That was just when I posted that.
That's crazy.
And I saw a dude that worked at the bar. And I mean, everybody's like, did you plan that? Was that a stunt? I was like, nah, it just turned into one. I looked down, and there he was right there in the white shirt. He stuck his hands up. I knew him. He flashed me the beer, and I said, give me that damn thing. And chugged it. We played the game. I played. We lost by a touchdown. And next day, got brought in the coach's office.
He's like, God, that's so cool, man. That was badass. He got on top of it. He didn't say that.
No, they didn't say that. Everybody.
Coaches are always drips. You know, it's like, why can't coaches remember when they were like us?
Yeah.
Like I remember, man, coaches, so your coach lit you up.
Well, he was just kind of like a disappointed dad. It was like, for me, it was like, I had seen that we were losing some games, and it was getting to that real business point where you can tell everybody's for themselves in any and everybody's toxic, and nobody has anybody's best interest at hand. Oh. So the athletic directors and everything were pissed about that. So they suspended me after Barstool posted it and it blew up, my numbers started going up.
For the song.
They just suspended me as like a slap on the wrist at first. They were like, we want him to play. He's on scholarship. We're paying for his stuff, so we're gonna suspend him for 1 week, act like we're big and bad, and then we're gonna bring him back the next week. Well, I was still posting about my music. I had other songs that I'd planned to let out and was already recording, and I didn't stop. And they brought me in and were like, look, you can either play football or you can sing, but you can't do both because we don't want the attention around here right now because we're not doing good. And I just told them I'm fucking leaving. And I had used that as my chip on my shoulder my whole career. I'm like, I'm going to keep letting them out and keep letting them out. And I'm flicking the bird every single time I let one out.
All right, listen up, you beautiful, high-functioning party animals that are just like me. The Two Bears 5K in Tampa, Florida is on May 4th. It is sponsored by the first beverage built to outpace the party, Light Strike Hard Refresher, an excellent source of 5% alcohol. I love that branding. An excellent source of 5% alcohol. Light Strike Hard Refresher is finally here, and unlike anything the alcohol industry has ever seen, Light Strike isn't just a drink. It's a goddamn survival tool. It is the perfect party pacer. Why choose between fun and function? This hydration drink-inspired cocktail, low-key, brings its own self-care to the party with a crushable mix of coconut water, sea salt, and 5% alcohol by volume. It's non-carbonated, gluten-free, and a great alternative to those fizzy hard seltzers or sugary canned cocktails. Light Strike comes in a resealable sports drink bottle, giving you control over how hard you want to party, because that's brilliant. Sometimes you open your drink and you're like, I guess we've started. Let's get it done. This is just like I'll save it for a little bit. Want to have a little half now, maybe a little half later. Not a problem. Just seal it back up. Maybe I want to put a little splash of Porosos. Light Strike Hard Refresher is launching nationally this month with these two flavors, orange mango and lemon lime. Drink them cold or over ice and just watch how fast it disappears. It's crazy. These things are phenomenal. Not bad to take in a car to go to the airport. I will just say that. Not driving. Who drives to the airport? I guess two people probably drive to the airport. I don't. But I take one of these, and people are like, oh, guy's getting hydrated. And I go, damn right I am. 5% alcohol by volume. Learn more about Light Strike at drinklightstrike.com or follow them on TikTok or on Instagram at drinklightstrike, Light Strike Hard Refresher. It's an excellent source of 5% alcohol. Men, if you've lost your hair, it doesn't mean you can't find it again. Try Hims Hair Loss Solutions, and you'll be joining hundreds of thousands of subscribers who found their hair again. Hims makes treating hair loss simple with doctor-trusted options and clinically proven ingredients like finasteride and minoxidil that can regrow hair in as little as 3 to 6 months. Choose from personalized, chewable, oral, spray, and serum to treatments to find what works best for you. The process is simple, and it's 100% online, so there's no uncomfortable doctor visits. Answer a few questions with a medical provider. They'll determine if the treatment's right for you. If so, you're going to be prescribed your treatment, and it'll be sent directly to you for free. No insurance needed. And one low price covers everything from treatment to ongoing care. Dude, I have been on hair loss stuff for the longest time. I had to go to a doctor to get my diagnosed as losing my hair, to prescribe me minoxidil. I've been on minoxidil forever. And let me tell you something. I still got it, kind of. It's not bad. For 52, come on. Start your free online visit today at hims.com/Bertcast. That's HIMS.com/Bertcast for your personalized hair loss treatment options. hims.com/Bertcast. Results vary based on studies of topical and oral minoxidil and finasteride. Prescriptions products require an online consultation with a healthcare provider who will determine if a prescription is appropriate. Restrictions apply. See website for full details and important safety information. You need that chip on your shoulder sometimes.
Yeah.
When I was in college, I got written up as the #1 party animal in the country by Rolling Stone. And I remember the school called me. I remember I was really getting it from like the school. They were like shitting on me and they were disciplining. They were like calling me and like, I remember this woman was like, just kind of finger wagging me. Like, how, you need to stop doing these interviews. You're talking to, people are calling you and you're talking about how this school's an institution of learning. And you're degrading the learning experience we provide to 36,000 people. You're denigrating it, and with this party image. And I was like, and when you're a kid, you're like, okay, like you're used to being told what to do. And I was like, what am I supposed to do? And she goes, you need to stop talking to people and let this blow over. And I was like, okay. And then I was like, all right, that's what I'll do. And then I remember some people called and like Oprah wanted me to go on Oprah. And I was like, no, I really should do what's right. And this guy, who I grew up with, these two boys were like my really close friends, Cayman and Croy. And their dad, Benny Lazara, called me out of nowhere. Like, when you were a kid, I don't know if it was the same for you. We used to have caller ID. Did you ever have caller ID on your landline?
Yeah.
It was like a box.
Yeah, I remember.
And the number would show up.
Mm-hmm.
And then you could go through your caller ID and see who's called. God, it seems like a fucking lifetime ago. When I was a kid, there was like a few numbers and I knew their numbers. I knew Weecho's number. I knew my grandmother's number. I knew Cayman and Croy's number. And so I knew those numbers. And the number came up, 813, whatever, it's 3969. And I was like, oh shit, it's Cayman or Croy. And I picked it up as Benny Lazara. He was a grown man. By the way, younger than I am today, probably. And he said, Benny was really good with the saying, like when we get ready for prom, he'd go, you can put a monkey in a tux, but it's still a monkey. Like he was just good with lines.
Yeah.
And he goes, so what are we doing here with this Rolling Stone thing? I said, I think I'm just going to let it blow over, go out and do my life. And he goes, but do you want to be a comic? It said in the article, you want to be a comic. I said, yeah. And he goes, then fuck everyone. He goes, this is your chance to live your life. And you make the most out of this. He goes, you're never going to get this opportunity again. He goes, if I were you, I would make it as loud as possible. Whatever the school says, do the exact opposite. And this is your shot. Move to LA, move to New York, do whatever you can to make everything out of this moment. And I was like, fuck that. You're right. And I did stand up for the first time the next week, moved to New York within 2 weeks. 6 months later, I had a development deal with Will Smith. And I was like, thank God I didn't listen to those fucking finger-wagging assholes. Squares. Drips. Nothing makes me more angry than if that guy right there, who's living his best life, doesn't go on to follow his dreams. If that guy right there catches the beer and goes, no, and throws it back and says, I think I'm just going to get married and have a kid and work over at John Deere. There's nothing wrong with that guy.
Yeah, no doubt.
Me and you play to that guy every weekend.
Yeah.
But even that guy right there would go, man, I wish I could stand on top of a fucking bus, catch a beer, kill it, and then become a fucking country music star. Wouldn't that be cool? And that's what you did. And you didn't listen to the fucking advice of that fucking coach and that administration was like, yo, man, you need to lay low. Don't be yourself. God, please don't shine. We don't like people who shine. People who shine make us realize we don't shine that much. So can you not shine so that everyone notices that no one shines? I mean, I get passionate about this because I'm looking at what you're doing now. This is what you were meant to do. This was just your path to get to here. And everyone who tells you no on your path, I hope they get cummed in.
Same. Yeah. They tried to kill that guy. They tried to shut him down. And I'm glad I was raised to give somebody the bird if they do me wrong or try to make a public statement out of me. And I post that video about once every couple months just so they fucking see it again and again and again. And it always gets views. It gets like 500,000 to 1 million views every time I post it. And I just I shit talked on Twitter and on Instagram for a while after that, especially when I started getting rolling.
Yeah. So tell me, how does that guy get here? Like, what was because I know how hard it is to go from, I know exactly how hard it is to go from college kid to working in the entertainment business. It's there are kids at Florida State listening to this right now going like, yeah, man, I write music. What is that path? Like, what was it? What did it look like for you?
Well, I was kind of a student of country music when I started. I watched everybody. I watched their release cadence. I saw what was sticking out and I saw what was getting in the rut. And
explain that to me a little bit. Because I like what you're saying. Because when I moved to New York, I watched people who they had a persona, and I was like, they had like an act. They did one thing. That's all they did, and I was like, wait, why can't you do everything? Why can't you write jokes, tell stories, do an impression in the story? Like, why do you just do impressions? Why do you just do Set a Punch? Why do you just do like? And I remember seeing it very from the outside looking in at 25 years old, going like, oh, I think there are a lot of people that are going to get they don't know what they're doing.
Yeah, I just saw a lot of artists that I felt like were going into writing rooms, and they would go, okay, we got to write a song like so-and-so writes, or we've got to do what so-and-so is doing. And there was a bunch of music just going in little boxes here and there. And I was like, fuck, I don't want to be in that box. And I was noticing that people were kind of stuck on the release cadence of before COVID, of one or two singles a year, album, might wait 2 years. And I was like, okay, my only opportunity to catch everybody is I'm going to let out a song every 3 to 6 weeks. I'm going to let out a song a month for my whole career and never get behind that standard. And I think I'll be at 48 months in August. And we're definitely going to have out like 60-something songs. So I've just always kept that cadence. And I felt like when everybody else was playing the long game, let's save these songs, I was still writing like crazy. I'd drop one, write 5. Drop one, write 3 or 4. Drop one, write 3 or 4 more. And just built up a catalog of songs where I didn't have to feel very pressed. Because when I let out Ain't No Cure, that was the only song I had recorded.
Yeah.
And I got in there. Yeah, and I never wanted to feel that. I never wanted to feel that way again. I wanted to have something ready for when I needed it.
I noticed a couple things. I noticed that like the way your Instagram works is like you'll release a song and then you'll play it like for every video that you post. Like it'll just be you foot racing or doing something silly, and it'll be, what's that?
Pot.
Oh, God, I sound like such a cop. What's that?
Can I hit this?
But I noticed that you play that song in all your videos, and then all of a sudden it goes on to a new song, and all those videos have that song. Is that somewhat accurate assessment?
I just feel like people. You good if I smoke this?
Of course.
Come on. I don't want you firing on.
No, we don't have a fire.
I'm sure you don't.
Yeah, we're.
By the time you let out a song, the hype of the song on the next post is, so a song drops. That morning, you drop it, you post about it, it's going to do pretty good. But as every day goes on and you keep posting about it, it's not going to do as good as something new. Yeah. So usually by the time I let out one, by the next week, I'm already posting a couple brand new ones.
Really?
And just feeding the catalog, and the ones that are good will stick out, you know? I mean, we start off the show with probably my like 13th or 14th most popular song.
Really?
And they scream every damn word. And I feel like that's because
you posted that. You're like, this is my 9th most popular song, and they're singing along with it or something, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, that's fucking badass.
Yeah, the first time I ever played a ticketed show, we played some like, hey, here's the first show we ever played. I met my manager, Saxon, and my acoustic guitar player, Bennett, that still plays with me, went to school with Saxon. And Saxon was a student at Belmont, was a student at Georgia Southern. We never met 2 years we were there. He went to Belmont. Bennett said, hey, we're playing a show down here. He knew Saxon wanted to be in the country music business. And I hit up Blue Room in Statesboro, Georgia. And I wanted to play there, but they didn't buy the hype, and they were like, well, we'll let you play for some drinks. And I was like, no, I want to at least be able to cover some cost and pay some people to come play. So I went to the other bar across the street. It's called Southern Social. And they said, yeah, look, syllabus week, Tuesday, we'll pay you $300. I was like, hell yeah, deal.
Yeah. How was the seat?
It was outside on a back porch on a corner stage.
Oh, wow.
And
God, if that's not college, I don't know what is.
Blue Room is the bar of Statesboro. That's where everybody goes. I like Southern Social because it's a little more country, but it's like Blue Room's the party vibe.
Yeah.
And no shade towards Blue Room at all. I get it. But I went over and played at Southern Social, and the number of heads that come to Southern Social that night blew out Blue Room.
Really?
And the next day, I had Ain't No Cure coming out 2 days later, and Blue Room hit me up the next day and said, "Hey, we're sorry that we missed this. We want you to start playing over there." So ever since we played at Blue Room, we played one more time at Southern Social, and we put on a rowdy ass show.
Yeah.
And the venue owner didn't like it. He
at Southern Social?
Yeah. And I made him a wad of money, and they said $300. We had a great night, paid me $500, and then said that I could play again for $500. So 3 or 4 weeks later, we played for $500, and they were just pissed that we put on our rowdy show. The fans
dude, God damn it. What the fuck? What are they thinking? Like, what? I mean, it's crazy to me that, I'm looking at what ticket prices, right? So like, and I'm assuming more than 100 people showed up, right?
Oh, I mean, there was probably a couple hundred people on that back deck. And
I'm assuming ticket price to get in was probably $5, if anything.
$10 at the door.
$10. Okay.
That's covering Statesboro. They were going to pay $10 to get in anyway.
Yeah. And then let me tell you, and then what do you think they made on drinks? They made a fucking killing on drinks.
I mean, probably 20,000, 30,000 that night. I don't know. It was packed. And I showed them earlier. I said the first show I ever played, holy shit, I was recording in my pocket the whole time on accident.
Well, you should release it as a podcast.
Oh, hell yeah. I said, we played that first show, and we had this cat that lived in our house. His name was Lucky. And I passed out on the couch with Lucky after that first show.
Oh.
And my roommate still has Lucky.
My name of my Netflix special is Lucky.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm the luckiest man you're ever going to fucking meet. By the way, you might be up there with me.
Yes, sir.
I love luck. I love luck more than talent. I love luck more. Not more than talent. I like luck more than hard work. I think it's better to be lucky than to work hard. There's dudes working hard every fucking day. You know them. Great guitarists, great songwriters. Just haven't had that one thing happen to them. Yeah. You know, I used to say that about Kevin Hart. I love Kevin Hart. I love him. But he's like, I'm the hardest working man. I go, yeah, but tell me about your luck. I want to know about the luck. Tell me about the luck. About Cat Williams packing a gun in his luggage, and then he gets arrested, and then now they bring you to do the movie Fool's Gold. Like that's luck. That's crazy luck.
I told
I don't know if that's real or not.
I tell people all the time, I'm like, I tore my knee up. They go, oh, it's terrible. I said, best fucking thing that ever happened. Chug the beer on the school bus, get suspended, get an ultimatum, which they posted on the news and said they kicked me off. When in the meeting, they were like, look, you need to choose this or this. And I said, well, I got to go.
Yeah.
Best thing that ever happened to me.
Amen.
Shit. I love luck too. It's great.
I have pennies. I have like 1,000 pennies that I walk around and I just drop them on the ground. So people fucking see a penny every now and then. They're like, oh, cool, good luck.
That's awesome.
And then you go, hey, I just gave them luck. And I think luck's perceived. I think if there's people I know that are like, yeah, I'm not lucky. And I go, yeah, not with that attitude.
Yeah.
You're not looking at all the lucky things. You look at that knee, and my wife said this to me one time, that knee injury, and you go, that was the luckiest thing that ever happened to me. Because of that, I got on top of the bus, I drank the beer, I then left, I focused on my music. I was doing my movie, and one day I was like, I'm gonna run. I normally ran 4 miles before every shoot. I'd run 4 miles. It was a great run. And then one day I go, I'm gonna run 6 miles. And in that I pulled a muscle in my leg. And then when I pulled a muscle in my leg, I put an ice pack on the back of my leg, and I burned the skin on my back of my leg, and it bubbled up. And because it bubbled up, when I was doing my stunts, I wasn't paying attention to what I needed to be paying attention to because I was paying attention to my leg, and I blew out my tricep. And I kept blaming that incident of me choosing to run to the embassy on my arm. And my wife said, you're looking at it the wrong way. Maybe you were meant to blow out your arm. And I went, you're right. And I was like, maybe I needed to do that. And if I'm telling you right now, if I hadn't blown out my arm, I wouldn't have done the rehab to get my arm back in shape. And I don't know if I'd be in the shape I am today where I'm down weight because of it. And it's like, you got to look at, all you got to do is just change your perspective and look at your life as lucky. I really believe that. You know, some kids would look at that and go, oh man, I let my parents down. I let, you know, where you go, oh yeah, blowing out my knee. That was the greatest thing that ever happened to me. I had a chick that fucked my best friend. Okay.
Yeah.
Girl I dated for like 5 years. Heartbroken.
Yeah.
Devastated. Broke up. Moved in with my buddies who were Lambda Chi's. I happened to be at that house when Rolling Stone called. And it's like, and because I got dumped and I got cheated on, I didn't get dumped. We split up because she cheated on me. I guess that's a really aggressive way of getting dumped. So yeah, I got dumped.
Yeah.
But because of that, I started partying, you know, having fun and just take my mind off it and going and smoking weed and going out to the 50-yard line, and eat lobster and throw a Frisbee around, get high, drink beers. It was fucking awesome. But if I lived that, and then when Rolling Stone looked for this party animal, everyone was like, well, it's Bert. He's been partying hard as fuck for a couple years. And if that chick hadn't cheated on me, Rolling Stone would have discovered me. I wouldn't have been living Hutch and them. I wouldn't have gotten to stand up. I wouldn't have my wife and the kids that I have now. I wouldn't have any of that shit. So that chick fucking my best friend was the best thing that ever happened to me. I love you. I love that your perspective on luck is the same way mine is.
Yeah. Everything happens for a reason.
It's hard to figure out that reason sometimes.
No, yeah. I mean, I've had as much bad luck as I've had good luck. And when something shitty happens, you'll catch me just grinning. I'm like, damn, it wasn't my day.
It's the truth, man. Dude, I sleep great. You could say it's a number of things, but I'll tell you I count it to. My Helix mattress. This mattress is so damn comfortable. And I used to have shoulder problems, but I don't have any anymore because I got a mattress technically prescribed for me. See, the thing about Helix is they have a 2-minute sleep quiz that will tell you what kind of sleeper you are. I always thought, I knew I was a side sleeper, but I didn't know there was a mattress made for side sleepers until I got the Helix Midnight Lux. It is medium feel for side sleepers, for side sleepers. The Helix Dusk Lux is a medium feel for back and stomach sleepers. By the way, I've been sleeping on back and stomach sleepers for so long, and it's been messing up my arms. Have you ever woken up and your arm's numb? I had that all the time, and I don't have it now. Here's what's also great. They send them right to your door in a box. You can set up a mattress in, I would say, as much time as it takes to take the sleep quiz. All you got to do is go to helixsleep.com/Bert for 20% off site-wide. That's helixsleep.com/Bert for 20% off site-wide. helixsleep.com/Bert. Life's stressful, but you know it's not. Popping a Cornbread Hemp CBD gummy and finally relaxing. Cornbread Hemp's CBD gummies are made to help you feel better, whether it's stress, discomfort, or needing a little relaxation. They only use the best part of the hemp plant, the flower, for the purest and most potent CBD. All products are third-party lab tested and USDA organic to ensure safety and purity. CBD gummies come in watermelon, berry, peach flavors, and I don't have my glasses, but watermelon, berry, and peach flavors. And I'm telling you, CBD is like a game changer. It helps me deal with my inflammation, and I have a ton of inflammation all in my elbow. For some reason, I've had tendonitis in my elbow. I pop one of these bad boys, and I'm telling you, my inflammation goes away, and I start using my elbow better. Right now, Bertcast listeners can save 30% on their first order. Just head to cornbreadhemp.com/Bert and use code Bert at checkout. That's cornbreadhemp.com/Bert and use code Bert. Where is country music right now? Like, you seem like, we're not done with your journey, but like, you seem like a pretty regular guy. Like, I mean, it seems like, in my opinion, that if someone rushes your stage, they might get punched.
Well, depends on how their demeanor is to me. I might give them a beer. I might make them the asshole chugging the beer on the bus.
Yeah.
That's the asshole that jumped on stage.
Yeah.
I mean, if they had a bad demeanor, I'd probably be like, get the hell out of here.
Yeah.
But if they look like they were having a good time, I'm probably going to give them a beer and let them chug that damn thing.
Yeah.
and let them have their hero moment. I like picking people out of the crowd and bringing them up and being like, I'm like, I've already shotgunned a beer and they're screaming for a shotgun. Let me get some random to come up there.
Yeah.
And
but you don't seem like you fuck around. Like you don't seem like sometimes when I got into comedy, there were comics who acted like tough guys, but you're like, hey man, I think you're just doing that on stage. I don't think you're really a tough guy. And then I was like, and I grew up like getting in fights. Like I got in fights. And I'm not saying I won. I'm not saying I was tough, but I definitely was in fights. And then you'd meet comics who talk tough, and I was like, oh, you've never been slapped.
Yeah.
Like
we have a damn good time. As good a time as any band on the road, but it's business as fuck. We can shoot the shit, laugh, smoke some pot, have some drinks, but when it comes to something serious, we all lock in. I was playing in Oxford, Mississippi. We barely made enough to pay everybody. This was 2023. And I told the guys, I said, y'all stick with me. We're going to bust ass. I'm going to let out more music than anybody. And we're going to play in stadiums one day. And they all locked in. And we had a good time, party. But I always told them that. I said, we're going to play in stadiums one day. We're going to fill up the biggest stadiums in the world. And they believe me. Because I'm this wild son of a bitch. And I love having a party and having a good time. Yeah. But I'll snap into business mode real quick. And people were like, we didn't know Gavin was that business minded. I'm like, well, you fucking thought wrong.
Don't talk about accounting, but you.
Speaking of luck, I got you something.
What did you get me?
Thank you, dog. I got you this Pearl Snap for having me on the show.
Oh, fuck yeah. Oh, this is great. By the way, this will fit me too.
It's a large.
That's fucking beautiful.
Yeah, I figured. I figured we started talking about luck that'd be a good time to give you that.
God damn,
I wore that one time in Louisiana. It was the biggest show I ever played.
I'll wear this when I do press for my special.
Hell
I'll wear that when I do press for my special, and it'll be easy to rip off quick.
I love them. I start probably right here when the show starts, and then dramatic part of the show happens, and I'll untuck it, and then everybody screams a little bit, and then I'll rip it open, and they scream, and then I come out for the last song, and I'm unbuttoning the wrist, and I'm sliding off, and my bass player, his name's Quentin Eads, chugs the rest of whatever's left of the Jack Daniels, and he has a magic line he tells everybody. I get him to chant USA and get him to raise hell, and then I said, my buddy Quentin over here, he's got something to tell y'all. And last night he was like, Phoenix, Arizona, I got one thing to say. Show me that butthole, baby. And they lose their damn mind, and we start deep end. But
I have a hat that says "Show me that butthole." I have a hat, and my daughter Isla used to wear it all the time. I loved that hat. Someone sent it to me like so long ago, and Isla's dyslexic. She didn't know what it said. Isla has walked. Isla, I got to tell you, man. I'm not talking politics right now. I know your political affiliation. I'm not talking politics, but I will say, Make America Great Again snapbacks are the best snapbacks made. I have 3 of them, and they're the greatest snapbacks ever made. And I got them because I played golf at Trump's course, and I was playing with 2 Jewish guys that are hardcore Democrats. And I said, "You guys, I'll pay for your greens fees, but you guys I got to get one picture with you guys wearing the hats with me." And they were like, "It's a good course." You know, Jewish people are like, "It's a good, I'm saving money." Okay. Shout out to Darren Turbo and Eric Grusin. And so I made them take a picture of us on the thing all wearing MAGA hats. And then they were like, "I'm not taking this home." And I was like, "And bro, I can't wear snapbacks." They make their snapbacks big. Whoever, I don't know what country they make them in. I guess it's probably in America. I would guess if it's Trump, right? Wait, they don't make America Great Again hats in America?
I don't know. We need to check that out.
I figured it was because they made them in America. They're big. They're big hats.
Yeah, I wear all my hats on the last couple.
What size head do you have?
I don't know. It's fat.
Do you have one of my hats? Hey, grab one of my hats from downstairs, Pete, and bring it up. I want to see how big your head is. I have a size 8 head. I have a really big head.
Damn, that's a noggin.
I blew my mom out.
They had to.
Yeah, of course the MAGA hats are made in the U.S.
Fuck yeah. I love that shit.
I saw that video of John Daly calling Trump while you were playing, FaceTiming him.
Yeah.
And then Trump watching you play.
Yeah, John,
how'd you meet John Daly?
That was the first day I ever met John. I was playing at this Blue Otter sunglasses charity event.
In Nashville?
Yeah, at Old Hickory. And John's either stockholder or owner over there. He was there, and I met him, and everybody was like, you and John, y'all would get along, y'all raise hell and say fuck you. And then I went to leave, and I said, John, I'm leaving. He said, he was drinking them good boys. He said, I don't want to hear that fucking shit. Joel, go to my car and get me my MAGA guitar. Gavin's going to go up there and play for us. And I was like,
hey, Pete, you grab a couple more beers too?
I was like, shit, John Daly's got a Eagle MAGA American flag guitar. You might as well play it for him. So I played Cigarette. And then I was like, John, this next song, he was smoking cigarettes. I said, this next song's for you. It's about talking shit. And I played Run Your Mouth, and he comes up, and I'm like, what the hell is he doing? And it's Trump. And I'm like, I'm going to keep on playing.
That's that's crazy. Do you work out on the road?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
We've been hitting the cold plunge every morning. We got a little cheap portable one right now where we've been posting our stories and like kind of like advertising that we're doing cold plunge so we can get a good one.
Yeah.
And I've only missed one day of working out in the past 9 days on the road.
Nice.
So I've been hitting it hard. I cut weight on the road. Like I lost 3 pant sizes over the fall tour. I went from 36 to 34s. XL shirts. I've collected pearl snaps my whole time I've been making music. And
I'm so fat. When you say 3 pant sizes, I'm at the pants where they go by 2s.
No.
36, 38, 40, 42.
I actually went down two
when
pants.
When you said 3, I went, how is that possible?
No, I went down 2 pant sizes by ones. I went to 35s. I was like, okay, I'm at 35. So I bought 8 pair of jeans. And then 2 weeks later, I was at 34s, and I fucking had to store those 35s for when I get fat again.
Dude, I'm in 38s right now. I've been wearing 36s, but 36s look like I'm in skinny jeans. Like you're like, oh wow, are you going dancing later? And these are 38s, but 38s are just long enough that this part of my button comes out, so it looks like I have a boner all the time.
Yeah.
I walked out of the table last night, and one of the girls goes, your fly's down. I was like, that's not my fly. She was like, wait, what is that? Is that your dick? And I went, no, I lost weight. So it's a benefit to losing weight. So wait, what does your tour look like? Do you have one bus? Do you bring a semi with you?
Well, we've got a bus and a trailer right now. We're adding a second bus really shortly. And it's going to have 2 trailers. We keep a golf cart in there, we're going to get some workout shit, some different things when we get the second trailer, but it's slam full of sound shit and guitars and stuff right now. And the bus is game changer. Game changer.
Yeah. When we were on tour Fully Loaded, we brought, if I'm not mistaken, 5 or 7 semis and then 5 buses. I mean, 7 semis, 5 buses. And one of the semis had a cold plunge, it had a gym, it had like all our gym shit. So we'd get there, they'd make a gym in like somewhere, set up the cold plunge. We had a sauna we traveled with. It was fucking epic. Yeah. We had a wood burning sauna tent. What is it called? Does anyone remember the name of our sweat tent? Have you seen it?
No.
Dude, these things, pull up Sweat Tent. These things are fucking awesome. Sweat tent, and you build a fire in like the hottest goddamn steel box you've ever seen. Like it gets red. It gets red hot. You can fry an egg on that fucking thing. And then we'd get in there and we'd sauna just in a parking lot. And just everyone would be like, I remember one night we all broke out in hives. And someone's like, what's going on with our skin? And we're like, oh, I think that's chemically treated wood. My bad. And we're like, oh, cool. It went away.
Yeah, I've never done one of those on the road. We usually just hit, we were in Tucson, and they had a place called Arctic Labs, which is a place that's like, and they're like franchising out. They just started. And they have like sauna, cold plunge, oxygen therapy, cryotherapy, everything. And he was like, and we come in there and put the Normatec. You like the Normatecs?
I love the Normatecs.
Man.
I love them.
They make you feel light.
Dude,
you get all that gunk out of your legs.
To get all that lymphatic drainage is so important. I got a pair. I got to the point where I did a deal with them, and I would, with comics like them, because we bring them on the road, I'd send them a pair. Normatec would just give me a pair to send to them.
Yeah.
So we have literally, I was just in Nashville for New Orleans for the Super Bowl, and I was like, I could use a Normatec. And so we went out and bought a Normatec, bought the boots.
Yeah.
And $700, everyone used them. Now, this is my pitch to the Normatec boots. Everyone used them. And then we used them the next day. Now, if you want a massage, which I would argue it is a great lymphatic leg massage.
Yeah.
If you want that, it's going to cost maybe like $75. And if you want it for everyone, it's going to take all day long and it's going to add up. But if you buy those boots every night when you get off tour, everyone done your show, put them on, run them around the bus, everyone gets a massage every single night. And at a certain point, you get to a price point where you're looking at $10 awesome leg massages. I love Normatec boots.
There's a guy in the band that had a cyst on his ass, like near his butthole. And we went and put the Normatec boots on the other day. And he was like, God, dude, I thought it was going to rip my stitches.
Wait, does he have one of those tails?
I don't think he's got a tail.
No, hold on. I just saw this. What are they called? Google human tails. Human tails. It's a protrusion oh my God. No, that's not what I wanted. Don't do images.
I don't think he has one of those.
Wait, who is he? Will you check to see if there's a tail next time?
Yeah. I'm going to ask him in a little bit.
No, there's a cyst that happens on your lower back by your butthole, like on your tailbone.
Yeah.
And it's called, cyst on tailbone. And what it is, a cyst on tailbone. That's it.
Pyatic cyst.
Polonial cyst. And you get them, and it's basically you're growing a tail. Look at that.
We're going to give him shit later.
It means he's getting a tail.
He might quit.
Dude, how badass if you had a bassist with a tail. And he was like, you guys having a good time? And you rip your shirt off, and he pulls off a patch on the back of his pants, and his tail comes out, and they're like, shit, he's got a fucking tail. This is the fucking craziest show I've ever been.
We'd probably attract some more of them LA people.
A lot of LA. That's it. Look at that. That's a real thing. I had a buddy who had one of those, and he goes, yes, technically I'm starting to grow a tail.
Damn.
I think that's what that is. I don't read the whole article. I just read the part that interests me.
Yeah.
So where's your show tonight?
Anaheim at the House of Blues.
Oh, I love the House of Blues.
Yes.
I love the House of Blues.
First show in California ever.
For real?
Yeah.
You know what songs you're playing?
Yeah.
You know what songs? Do you have your set list of like what song you close on?
Yeah. We always close on Deep End. We start with Old Farm Drive.
Yeah.
Go to Past Actions, which is like a punk rock song, and then I play my album track. And it's called Acting Up Again.
Yeah.
And
that's what the tour's called, right?
Yeah, the fall tour was the Acting Up Again tour, and this tour is the Acting Up Again tour. It was the West tour. It sold out in a couple of days. We didn't know what to expect. We've never been out here. And then we go to a brand new song called Loose Strings. I let out 4 weeks ago. And then I play like a bluesy song called It's True, a love song called My Dear, My Darling. And then we play, as of a couple weeks ago, we played Need To, which is more like a boat song, beachy song. It's real different for what I've let out in my career, but that's just kind of like we just like to let out that variety.
I think that's interesting. I don't need it. I don't need everything to sound similar. I'm cool with it. Was it Kenny Chesney that was the first one? Who's like the almost the second coming of Jimmy Buffett?
Kenny Chesney? Yeah.
Like when he went there, I was like, oh, this is cool. I also like when an artist doesn't change their stripes, Like as I was with someone the other day, he's like, when are you gonna start putting your shirt on and like taking this serious? And I was like, no one ever told Jimmy Buffett, like, hey man, there's sharks in the ocean, maybe if we focus more inland, it would make people feel safer. He's like, I like the fucking water. And like, yeah, I know, but like a lot of drownings and tsunamis. Maybe do a song called On the Peninsula. Landlocked. I don't know. I don't fucking get that, but whatever. How do you like writing with other artists? Do you like co-writing songs?
I've wrote with a couple artists. I wouldn't say they were like really big artists, but I would say they're more songwriters that are also artists. And at first I was like, you know what? Fuck co-writing. I'm gonna do it myself.
I can see that I would be like that.
So the first like 2 years, I only had like 2 other or 3 other outside rides, and I wrote them all by myself. And then I got up to Nashville and started to get in rooms with different people. And I realized that I have a hard enough head that if I get in a room and I don't like how something's going, I'm going to be honest about it, and I'm not going to not write something that I would sing with other people.
Yeah.
And that has really elevated my game. We've honestly wrote some of the best songs of my career in the past like 3 or 4 weeks.
Really?
Yeah. We had 3 weeks there where we wrote like 15 new songs.
Wow.
It was with a bunch of different people, a couple solo writes, and just gonna let them out.
That's fucking great. You brought your guitar. I don't know. I'd love for you to play something, but you don't have to.
Yeah.
I would love for you to play something.
That sounds good.
What do you want to play?
You want me to play a cigarette?
Fuck yeah. I love that song. It's such a pretty song. I'm going to get my wife up here. Is Leanne here? This show is sponsored by BetterHelp. Let's talk numbers. Traditional in-person therapy can cost anywhere from $100 to $250 per session, which adds up fast and gets in your head because you're thinking, well, what if this therapy is going to cause more problems? But BetterHelp online therapy can save you on average up to 50% per session. With BetterHelp, you pay a flat fee for weekly sessions, saving you big on cost and on time. Therapy should feel accessible, not like a luxury. It really shouldn't. With online therapy, you get quality care at a price that makes sense. Anything from anxiety to everyday stress. I've been dealing with anxiety and a lot. And trust me when I say your mental health is worth it. It really is. Peace of mind, being able to go outside and see the world the way you should see it, with joy and with happiness and gratitude. It's within reach. I'm telling you, I've been in therapy for a while. I already said Leanne and I are in couples therapy. We now do that exclusively online. We had to do the first session in person. With BetterHelp, it's amazing. They have over 30,000 therapists. BetterHelp is the world's largest online therapy platform, having served over 5 million people globally. It's super convenient too. You can join the session with the click of a button, helping you fit therapy into your busy life at any time you need it. Plus, you can switch therapists at any time for no additional cost. Your well-being is worth it. Trust me. Have tomorrow be a better day. Visit betterhelp.com/Bert to get 10% off your first month. That's BetterHelp, HELP.com/Bert. Give me like a good riff. I'm going to sing a song about dating an older woman, okay? Okay, you just play a little something and I'll just... When you were 3, I wasn't born.
That's not true.
I didn't know anything about milk porn. But now I do, and I love the menopause in you. You'll probably die before me if I get healthy. You're getting old, I'm staying young. But she takes my cum.
Oh my God.
This is a great song.
Don't quit your day job, buddy.
That is my day job, kind of.
I got a song called Tore Me Up. That's got the pretty same guitar pattern as Neck. That song goes, all ladies pop your pussy like this. Shake your body, don't stop, don't miss. All ladies pop your pussy like this. Shake your body, don't stop, don't miss. Do it, do it, do it, do it, do it now. Lick it now, suck it good. Eat this pussy just like you should. My neck, my back, lick my pussy and my crack. My neck, my back, lick my pussy and my crack.
That's the most romantic song. Because it's two people who trust each other. Like you got to really trust someone to lick their neck and their crack. Yeah, we never really got into ass eating, me and Leanne.
No, pass.
I've heard people do it,
thanks.
but I just think it's unhealthy. I mean, you really got to be clean to eat ass.
Yeah, E. coli, baby.
You can't. No one eats ass on a whim. No one's like, I'm gonna eat her ass. You're like, nah, let her take a shower first. All right, so this is the first song I heard of his where I was like, oh fuck, I really like this. I really like this music. But I was saying, I'll just let you play some music for Leanne. If you could play a cigarette, I love that song.
Yeah. All right. Caffeine, nicotine, fueling all my crazy dreams, and I've had a couple times I lied and said I was fine, but I wish I was laying in a queen-size bed with you. Right now, a cigarette'll do. Quick hug, goodbye. Don't let them fall from your eyes, yeah. Just do what you can. Try to love an outlaw man. Can't stay, don't wanna leave. Working to give you all you need. And I wish I was holding your hand and that's the truth. But right now, a cigarette'll do. If I die tonight and I don't see the morning light, yeah, I thank the Lord greatly for just letting you be my baby. Every single day feels so damn new. And girl, there ain't no doubt that I love you. Caffeine, nicotine, fueling all my crazy dreams, and I've had a couple times to live one up and said I was fine, but I wish I was laying in a queen-size bed with you. But right now, a cigarette'll do. But a cigarette can't fill the void of you.
That was beautiful.
Thank you.
Very beautiful.
Yeah, it's badass. I'm like, I'm good at fucking picking out cool shit. Like, I'm telling you, I heard that song and I was like, dude, it's the line. Edit out anything with me emotional. I'm fucking so tired of me being emotional. I'm 52 and those lines just hit me so hard.
Is it because you miss me?
No, it's like, I don't know. You know what was funny? When I heard it, I was into Zins. And that might sound so silly, but
yeah.
Nicotine, caffeine, and that's the best way to start a fucking morning is a little nicotine and caffeine. And I was like, yeah. And I just love the line of queen size bed. I love that song.
People ask me, they say, why queen size bed, not a king size bed? And I'm like, well, you're singing to a woman, and a queen size is a little more intimate than a king size bed. You can about be touching in a queen size bed.
Yeah. What would my songs be? I said a song one time to a friend. I won't say anything because I don't want to blow up my friend's spot. Edit that out. And I said something to him drunk one night, and he was like, "That's a fucking lyric." And I went, "It is?" And he went, "Yeah." And then he wrote the song. It's coming out soon.
Oh, hell
yeah. And he's like, "Yeah." I was like, "Oh yeah, just dropping dimes." What else do you want to play?
One of them songs we wrote the past few weeks. It was not even in thought. But I just kind of come up with this. And I took it in the room with 3 other young writers that are getting their start in Nashville, and I love writing with all 3 of them.
Yeah.
And it's going to be coming out, not this next song in 3 weeks, but 3 weeks later it's going to be coming out. It's called Never Call Again. It's a throat ripper, so I'm going to scream in your face for a minute. But
Okay.
we played it live for the first time last night. It went over pretty good. We'll see how it goes. We've got our ways, honey. Lord knows that I stay stuck in mine. You drove away from me. Now I'm staring at the phone at midnight. I'm just trying to be real with it. Let's make a deal to deal with it. If I just quit hiding in the whiskey, if other women didn't have your name, if I could rearrange a couple core memories and turn them all into something that I hate. If your blue eyes didn't burn like West Texas desert wind, if you just quit crossing my mind, then maybe I might just never call again. Don't shake my hand on it, 'cause I might forget to let yours go. But I'm gonna be honest, wouldn't be leaving a drunk message at the tone. If I just quit hiding in the whiskey, if other women didn't have your name, if I could rearrange a couple core memories and turn them all into something that I hate. If your blue eyes didn't burn like West Texas desert wind, if you just quit crossing my mind, then maybe I might just never call again. Missing you just rose to the surface. Got a buzz and some pretty good service. If I just quit hiding in the whiskey, if other women didn't have your name, if I could rearrange a couple core memories and turn them all into something that I hate. If your blue eyes didn't burn like West Texas desert wind, if you just quit crossing my mind, then maybe I might just never call again. Never call again.
That was great.
Who knew that nose guard felt like that?
What?
Like when he was a nose guard for his college football team.
Oh.
But you're supposed to be like a meathead and not have feelings or be able to say them when you play sports. Who knew that, like, those are beautiful lyrics and those are really like, what if it? I got a little bit of buzz and some good service. What is that line?
Missing you just rose to the surface. I got a buzz and some pretty good service. We were sitting there writing that, and every time we get to the end of the verse, I was like, keep it about the phone call. Keep it about calling. And we got right there, and I was like, the cream of the crop rise to the top. And then one of my buddies was like, missing you just rose to the surface. I was like, hell yeah.
God, if not so many women didn't have your name. Oh, thank God I don't know a lot of Leanne's.
That was the first time I ever wrote with a female writer in the room.
Yeah.
And we got to, if I could rearrange a couple core memories and turn them all into something that I hate. That little melody right there, she was like, stop. You got to put that in there. And we would have never found that without her. So
rearrange a couple core memories. God damn it. What's wild is that, like, you have such an ability to do what you do on so many different levels. Like, I mean, you write these emotional, heartfelt songs that should not come out of a guy that looks like you. It should be a dude in a black turtleneck with like Dickies in Brooklyn with bespoke shoes who's saying these things.
that walks around with his head down.
Yeah, he doesn't want to talk to anyone. He's like, excuse me. People bump into him and knock his coffee onto his chest and he doesn't say anything. And then he emotes them. And then there you come, shirt open, case of beer on your head, and you're like, yo, I feel too. It's almost like leveling the playing field and going like, yo, you can have feelings too. Like everyone's allowed to go to therapy. Everyone's allowed to fucking cry. Everyone's allowed to feel. You get your heart broke. We all get our hearts broke. And we can also fucking like to get in a boat with a shotgun every now and then and shotgun a beer and talk dirty with our boys. But we can also feel. My generation, your dad's generation, wasn't allowed to feel. They didn't make country music songs back in the day. There was like, yo, I'm having a hard time forgetting about you. Maybe they did.
Yes, they absolutely did.
But not the way that
they
is.
They don't now. What I was thinking is I think you're filling a gap now in country music because that is, I mean, some of the saddest songs were written by men in the 60s and 70s of country music, but I don't really see that in modern country music.
Here, I'm going to play y'all a song about talking shit.
Okay.
I don't know nothing about that.
Your eyes closed, 'cause there's some trouble right where you at. I made some mistakes, so take it from me. You better move on right down the track. Just keep a lead foot heavy on the pedal. Don't let them catch you settled. Since you don't know how to act, run your mouth, don't look back. One girl, blue eyes and blonde curls. I took her home late just a week before. I knew she had a man, but no, I didn't plan to have my face pressed against the 44. But then it went click, and then I thought quick to grab my drink and run right out that bar back door. Just keep a lead foot heavy on the pedal. Don't let them catch you settle. Since you don't know how to act, run your mouth, don't look back.
Nice.
That's a great song. I saw that. I listened to that this morning, and it was the 45 press against. You have such an amazing ability to pull a lyric and make people feel it. It's so great. You're so fucking talented, man. It's so fucking badass. How old are you again? 25? 26. What happens to you? Like what like say it to
what happens to you?
No, my wife believes that if you speak it to the universe, it comes true. Mm-hmm. Say it out loud. Say it. Write it on a piece of paper, put it on a wall. Mm-hmm. And so what is it? Say it. What do you want let the universe hear it. Let the people listening hear it and they go, well, I'm rooting for that.
We're going to sell out every headline show that we play from here until the foreseeable future. And we're going to be selling out stadiums. And I'm going to play Mercedes-Benz and Nissan Stadium and Sanford Stadium in Athens, Georgia, hometown concert. And just let out more music than everybody in the business.
The best is the first part has already happened. I looked at your schedule. Everything's already sold out. Everything you got that's available is already sold out. Everything's gone.
That's great.
That's fucking crazy. This is the best time of your career. The way up. Mm-hmm. The track up is amazing. It's so fucking fun.
Yeah, we just put out some more dates last week.
Yeah. So. This has been a great time, man.
No doubt.
Thank you for doing it.
Thank you so much. Appreciate y'all.
Thank you, man.
Yes, sir.
You're the best, dude. Congratulations.
Hey, y'all too. Thank you.
Hell yeah. That was a great fucking. We're in Nashville next week.
This episode was brought to you by The Machine.